my time.
It's Wednesday, March 11th. It's about 75, 80 degrees out here today. Going to be 20 tomorrow. So Teresa's out here making
My Christmas present.
making her Christmas present. She had that hip surgery. I was worried she wouldn't be able to bend over, so I bought one of these metal raised beds here to give her a try. Besides, bending over for strawberry plants is really hard when you're 72 years old. Not to complain any, but we're going to give this a try. I only bought one, which wouldn't be enough, but best to start with just one. So this one is like, what, 24 inches tall? They come in 12 inches, 17, 24, and it's more or less a rectangle. So she's putting that together, and we also had trouble with a lot of voles here. So we're going to put hardware cloth on the ground underneath of that. So she's busy putting that together.
Very fine hardware.
Very fine hardware cloth, yeah. So I just pulled a little bit of the soil down, and we'll measure that up and put the hardware cloth down. This is our hardware cloth. And then we'll get some topsoil and fill this in. And she's got these wood branches here because she'll put those in the bottom, kind of hugelkultur, or whatever you say it. Hugelkultur thingy. So she's over here probably putting everything together backwards because I'm not supervising. But she'll figure it out because she's smart, and then she'll take it apart and put it back together the right way. Actually, it looks beautiful. She's doing a great job.
Except my fingers won't cooperate.
Well, her arthritis in her fingers, I'm surprised she does any of this. So I asked her to check and see if they were stainless steel bolts, nuts and bolts, but they're probably not. And we probably have them somewhere, but we're using the ones that came with it right now. Probably not a great idea because they're probably going to rust.
Nuts and bolts cost a fortune.
They do. If we have them, that's all I'm just saying. But anyhow, that's what we're doing today on this beautiful day. So I'll show you later on how it comes out.
It's green.
Been about 2 days. Just came back to catch up on Teresa. It's been about a couple hours, and she's making progress. It's tedious, I would say. Not hard, but tedious. So she put the wire down the bottom to keep the critters out, although I would have done that differently than her. So that's where she's at now. Here's the outside green. It's going to be another level higher. But yeah. So there she is. Maybe we'll see it, maybe we won't. Charlie and Teresa Garden for 2. Thanks for watching. A day later. How'd it come out, hon?
I think it looks pretty good. I like the color.
I think you look pretty good.
Thank you, husband.
You like the color. How did you manage to get green?
My husband knows my favorite color is green.
Green. Looks, shake it, is it sturdy?
It is, but I think the soil underneath wasn't quite level.
Uh-huh.
There's a few little ripples in the
That ain't
the
gonna
hardware cloth.
ain't gonna see that.
No, I don't care about seeing it. It's that the mice can get between this and the bottom
Uh-huh.
and the hardware cloth. That could be a problem.
Yeah.
So right here, there's a whole finger width.
Well, we're doing our best.
Yeah.
So the metal mesh at the bottom, that's for keeping out.
It's for keeping out the voles. The voles are a kind of mouse. They have a short tail. They're not moles. Moles only eat bugs. You kill moles in your lawn to keep it from getting unsightly with mounds and things. But they don't eat the grass roots.
No.
Voles are what's eating the roots and killing your grass or your trees.
Well, in our case, they were eating our strawberry plants and our
Yes.
tree roots.
They really like the strawberry roots.
So that's one of the reasons I invested in the metal to come up like this. Although I could have done it with wood.
And we
But-
still may.
Yeah. So what are you going to do now?
Now, since I don't have the money to fill this whole thing up, I'm going to take some rotten branches. Now, these were cut down 3 years ago. They've been sitting in our brush pile, and I'm going to fill the bottom in with the brush, like this.
She's too
And
much.
As
Huh?
they rot, which they will also get soft and hold moisture. So it'll help keep the ground, the elevated ground, from drying out too fast.
We've done this in other garden beds here, raised garden beds, and it does really help. So when you were building this thing, it took you a whole day just about to build it. What were the problems and what went well?
Well, the problem is I always yell at my husband for not looking at the directions, but I didn't look at the directions. So I built 2 walls without realizing I had to add this angle brace here. It's in the shape of an L. So I had to unscrew the walls, put the brace on, and then screw them back together. Any place where there was more than 2 or 3 thicknesses of metal, it was very difficult to get the screw to go into the hole because the holes would not line up.
I see.
So,
So you got a big drill and you drilled a huge hole?
no, that's what my husband wanted me to do. But I got, the hardest one was right here, because it was 1, 2, 3 layers of metal. No, yeah, 3 layers of metal with including this thick angle piece. And once I got 3 sides built and the other side was still waiting, I decided to put in these braces. Once I got it braced properly, it squared itself off, and the other difficult holes were easier to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
So how are you going to feel about not having to bend over so far for strawberries this year?
Oh, this will be me picking strawberries. Oh,
Yeah.
look. Yeah.
So pull
Although-
in the middle there on one of the sides. I want to see how much it bends.
Look here.
Yeah, right there.
Doesn't.
Doesn't. Okay. I mean, dirt's pretty heavy, but we're not going to go all the way up to the top.
No. Plus, the branches will probably go up maybe 8 inches with branches.
Oh, I didn't think we had that many branches. Okay.
You have a lot, and
She's got them all over here already. She's already, like, it's still cold out. We're getting more snow on Monday. But she's already ahead. Well, strawberries have to go in early, so
yeah.
we
I'm
gotta
transplant.
get on the ball with this next week.
I'm going to transplant the June-bearing strawberries that I have at the end of this row into here, and then eventually rebuild that bed over there. We do have some 6x6s that were given to us.
Yeah, some railroad ties. 8x8s, I think they are, aren't they? Or 6x6s.
6x6.
6x6s. Yeah, so we'll stack them up a couple high at least.
Yeah.
So,
They
yeah.
won't be as nice as this, but
Well, we can buy another one of these, but
it's just the strawberries in here won't be enough to make strawberry jam,
No.
which is what I've been doing for the past 4 years.
so normally you run drip irrigation hoses. So are you going to like drill a round hole like down this end here to come in with the hose, or you're just going to go up and over the wall?
I'm not quite sure yet.
You're still doing drip irrigation, right?
Yeah, but I could also use the solid drip irrigation,
Oh, the
which
skinny-
is
the skinny
more
ones?
drip that I have on the fruit trees.
Okay.
It's a line with a coil around sticking out from the line that just irrigates just on site instead of the whole line. When you have long beds, it's better to have drip all the way along, and That way, everything gets watered at once. The trees get watered only, not
Okay.
the space between.
All right, so you're pretty happy with this. So
Yeah.
we got it built. Now we have to fill it, and we're gonna try and get one of the farmers, like drop us off a load of dirt. We'll buy it from them or trade fruit and vegetables, but we'll probably buy it from them and see if we can get some dirt over here. I say dirt, it's soil. They mix horse manure and cow manure in it, and they let it age for a couple years before they give it to me. But we have gone through truckloads and truckloads of dirt, and I don't know how many truckloads of wood chips and all that stuff, but lots of it. And it just disappears. It just settles in, and the clay soil just eats it right on up.
Speaking of wood chips, I decided this year to lay weed block down as walkways, and then I've not had solid pollination by the few insects we attract. We're surrounded by grassland, and I'm going to try and attract more pollinators. We get wildflowers, which is why they're called wildflowers, that do attract bees, honeybees of all kinds. But the grass we have here crowds them out. So I'm working on a way to keep the grass out, let the wildflowers in. So we'll see. I'm also going to sow some white clover, which is very good at attracting honeybees. If my husband turns around, he'll show you.
All right, so I'll spin around here so
Yeah.
you can kind of see, like, here's the strawberry beds, and then this is the walkway next to the bed. And then we kept it open here, and then down the center of the orchard, we put another piece.
Now, easier to wheel the wheelbarrow through.
Yeah. And then on the other side, this is our other raised beds on the other side if you haven't seen our orchard before. So she put down the cloth along the raised beds. We kind of like to come up the 2x4s there a little bit, just so the weeds don't grow at the very edge. We try and block them out.
And these, you can see I've got chickweed, which bees like. People with lawns don't like.
It's already flowering a little bit.
And then I have
On the blue flowers.
Veronica. I think this is Veronica over here, which is another wildflower.
Pretty little flowers.
Yeah. There's wild mustard. Excuse me. This is wild mustard here, which is actually edible. Mouse ear chickweed, which will have white flowers. I didn't plant these. They planted themselves.
And what's that flapping up there? What are you doing with that?
This is because I don't really want the wildflowers growing up to the trunks in the summer. I plan to mow the wildflowers if they get too tall. This is just a little mulch I'm putting on just for the summer. You shouldn't have a lot of mulch around the bases of your fruit trees, because in the winter the voles will come along, and even regular mice will come along, and they'll go under the mulch if it's wood chips or this cardboard, and they'll chew all around. They'll eat the bark when they don't have anything else to find in the wintertime, especially under snow. So this will come off in the fall.
Good use of cardboard, free.
Yeah,
You gonna pin those down?
I will pin them down, but first I am going to try using some nematodes. There's good nematodes and bad nematodes.
You're gonna go to nematode school now.
Yes.
Guys, I got a whole refrigerator full of nematodes right now.
No, they're in little packets. They will eat the
Right,
the little
good.
baby larvae of codling moths if they're in the ground, and they'll also eat the larvae of peach tree borers and other pests.
Okay.
The good nematodes do that.
Well, good information here. So, anything else you want to say before I sign off?
No, I don't see any other wildflowers blooming.
So, don't
But
poke your
they're
face on
early.
that.
I know.
So,
Ooh, look at that. That's a nice cluster, flower cluster.
what are you looking at?
That's going to be pears.
Oh, pears. Yeah. Show me the peach tree ones before. We're not too happy with this. And before I sign off on Garden for Two, I'm going to stay
Yeah.
with the sun at my back so you guys can see it better.
the peach tree is covered with buds, and even though I chopped the heck out of the tree, it still has too many branches. Everywhere you look, these little
Yeah,
white fuzzy things are
this-
flower buds.
This thing was huge, and we're cutting it way back. We trimmed all the trees back pretty darn hard.
Yeah.
When I say we, I mean Teresa. just
No, you cut.
just for the record. Yeah, I did. I did all the tall branches.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. But it's too cold still for them.
They're
So
not, I'll get worried when I start to see pink,
pink. Yeah.
because that will require another
Yeah,
spraying.
I'm gonna go, but here, come over here and look at the little tree, the replacement one. I'm gonna go slow because I know it shakes the camera. This is the replacement one already, and it's budded like crazy too.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
I sprayed them all with dormant oil spray.
Can you hear Teresa? I'll turn around.
Oh, I sprayed them all with dormant oil spray in February.
Yeah, before this all happened.
Yeah.
She had to come out in the cold weather to do it.
Yeah, it wasn't that cold that
Wasn't
day.
that cold?
But to try and kill any insects that are overwintering on the tree, in the bark and stuff.
So
Also,
yeah,
the trunks are all painted white because
Yeah.
in the spring you have freeze thaw, and that can make the bark crack on all these trees as they're trying to pump the sap back up into the branches. So we can't. It has to be a more gentle.
so we get a nice day. We're out here and doing what we can here in March. And what was it? Today's the 14th, I think, Saturday. It's not too bad today. It's probably in the mid 50s, maybe low 50s. A little windy, but we're expecting snow again.
Ooh.
So we're still doing a lot of work over there. A lot of work. But yeah, this is the calm before the storm, as you would say.
Why
Well,
don't you step there?
all the beds over there, she's still got them all covered and hunkered down. A few of them she's telling me to put some more soil in. And the first two, way over there on the left, were on asparagus wasp. We got to go over there and keep checking to see if any little asparagus heads are popping up. Last year they came up too soon and the cold got them. But they came right back. So no big deal. Anyhow, this is Charlie and Teresa Garden for Two. We use this as a video diary. We're in Delaware. And it's just how us old people remember what we did on which days. This is a riot. But anyhow, if somebody finds it useful, you know, that's fine too. Teresa has a wealth of knowledge, and if you ask a question in the comments, I'll get it to her and let her answer your questions for you. All right, so thank you for watching Charlie and Teresa Garden for Two.